Right, let's check the audio and video settings here, my friends, before we begin. Let's check the audio and video settings here, my friends. Okay, so here we have audio and video, so that's okay. So, my friends, welcome back to Z Channel here. Hope everybody's doing well, doing safe. My friends, we have a mod by Mr. FS Miner and his compadre Anonymous. I hope I pronounced that right. My apologies if I screwed that up, Anonymous. But yeah, he debuted this on his YouTube channel yesterday. Kind of showed it off and stuff like that, and he released it. Well, he released it several hours ago now. This is a Volvo L350H. It's I guess you call it a mining vehicle, I suppose, whatever the hell you call it. Now, I have done some edits on this particular mod here, and the reason I did that was, well, some of the specifications that Mr. FS Miner had input into the XML file uh, were not correct, and the reason I say that is I downloaded the PDF document, you know, the specifications of the particular Volvo here from the official Volvo website, and basically I was able to get some specs. For example, diesel and DEF capacity, horsepower rating, that type of thing, you know. And I've also done the same with the Volvo A40G here as well. So, having said all that, so what we're going to do is we're only going to enable 3 mods. As you can see, I've only got the DLC installed. So I've got the DEF pack, I've got the Volvo, and I've got the A40G. So there's nothing else going into this, and this is on Ravensport. So what we're looking for is errors. And what we're looking for is, well, we want to eliminate any conflicts, mod conflicts, and that type of thing. So you'd have to take out everything and just kind of test them on their own, really. So we're going to get rid of that one, and we're going to get rid of that one. So we're going to show you it fresh, okay? Now let's just see, will they turn up under the Vifa Volvo? And they do, yay! So right off the bat, so I changed the price of this particular vehicle here. He originally had it set as 126,000. I believe that's quite unrealistic. And he also had the bucket of the price of the bucket also different as well. So I've adjusted the prices of both. So originally he had the horsepower set at 550 HP. Based on the PDF document I saw, it says it's, well, it depends on how you there are different measurements. So one of the measurements said 528 horsepower and the other one said 532 horsepower. I went with the higher version or figure of 532. I adjusted the diesel and DEF, so these are based on the actual PDF documents. 540 liters of diesel and 53 of DEF. That is based on the actual specs. The speed of this thing, the maximum speed of this particular vehicle here in the real world is 38.2 kilometers per hour, which roughly translates to 23, just under 23 mph. The bucket here is well, it does everything. He has set it to 18,000 liters. I haven't touched that until I can do a little bit more research on these particular buckets here to see what the actual capacity is. But I don't know if you can get a capacity in liters. There's a different kind of formula that they use for buckets. Meters squared, I believe they use meters squared. You know how many meters squared they can hold. So might be a little bit difficult to find the it in liters and stuff. So here's your vehicle here. So based on what Mr. FS Miner said, this is a he bought this for $20 or something, or someone bought it for him. But one of the things I'm noticing off this particular mod right off the bat, and I don't really understand it, is there are lights. See the lights that are on the ground here? See the orange lights? And there is nothing generating those lights. So we're going to rent this, and I'm going to show you that. So as you can see here, there are orange lights on the ground, but there are no lights sources on the vehicle that are generating those lights. And when you move around as well, those light sources move with you. So I'm at a loss to explain what is generating these light sources. I mean, it's very, very obvious there that there is a light source around the entire vehicle. Some kind of an orange hue light source. I don't know why that is. That certainly need to be looked at. It's quite obvious here. I will give him credit that he has put reverse lights on this thing, as you can see. But for some reason I don't know, it's quite pixelated. If you look at the image here, you can see all the kind of squares and stuff. So one of the other things I noticed as well, so it's got a beacon on the top here. That beacon doesn't work. I've tried everything possible to get this thing to work, but it doesn't appear to. So it has 3 nodes. See that there? Yeah, there is. See that pixelation there? See that? See those squares? Now that is not normal. So there's a bunch of squares being generated here. See that? Now that is not part of the Raven Sport. This is the light being generated by this particular mod here. So yeah, there's some kind of light source all around the vehicle that is being generated, and it's causing pixelation. So hopefully he can actually fix that. Yeah, as I said, I did notice that this this beacon light on top here, it doesn't work. I've tried every possible configuration, and I've been unable to activate it. So you have... Okay, so you have a light source here. So the first light source doesn't generate any light on the ground. Okay. So that's the first stage there. Alright. So the lights at the back come on. Here's your second stage, which does generate a light source, and there's a third stage. So the third stage, 1, 2, 3. So it's got lights on the side, lights on the back. I would assume that those lights there are associated with the reverse. Okay, that's fine. So when you back up, then you've got some reverse flasher thingies that come on. There are no left and right indicator thingies, hazards. As I said, there does appear to be a beacon, but there's no hazard associated with that. The model itself is fairly good quality. I should put the bucket on this thing. So the bucket, then I have it listed under miscellaneous. So that's 18,000 liters, this thing. Now he has branded it FS Miner. I mean, that's his own prerogative. I mean, you know, he has that whole FS Miner Creations thing going on, you know. I mean, I personally would have preferred if there was an option to, you know, select or deselect it, but that's entirely his prerogative. I mean, you know, that's kind of his thing, you know. for example, what I would personally do is I'd probably go into Giants Editor, and so that's a decal, you know, and you can just deselect that in Giants Editor. So that's probably what I would personally do, and to get rid of that, you know, to make it a pure Volvo, as it were. Oh, there, that's not good. Oh, dear. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's not very good driving, is it? What the hell, dude? And I can't get up. Oh, shite. The John Deere 6830 on Xbox. Hey Thomas, how are you? The John Deere 6830. To my knowledge, I mean, you'll have to correct me. I don't believe that's on Xbox. I think that might be a PC only mod. And unfortunately, I mean, obviously Giants own the John Deere brand. See, it depends on the modders, you know. If the modders decide to make a console version of it, then yeah, it will come to the mod hub for console. But you know, I haven't seen one yet. Mr. John Brock, how are you, sir? How are things? So yeah, I'm having a bit of an experience here driving this thing. So yeah, so watch what happens. So I've done some editing on the descriptions. So now when I hook up to this, it says correctly, Volvo L350H bucket. Your range of movement on the bucket isn't massive, but it's appropriate for the model. There's nothing particularly wrong with it. The model itself is actually not bad at all. So as I said, FS Miner bought this for, well, somebody bought it for him for 20 euros. So you can buy 3D models from various websites, you know. They vary in quality depending on the level of detail and the amount of work and file size and stuff like that. For example, I've seen a JCB, an 8330 JCB, and it was over $1,000. But that's because the level of quality on it is like astronomical. I mean, it's movie level quality type thing, you know. But this one here, not too bad. It does have UDIM texturing, as you can see. Wheel hubs are a little bit flat, I guess. So it does have some metallic parts in it. I think he's done a very good job on the bucket. You know, so he kind of designed, modeled this. I'm not sure if he modeled it, but he did something with it. I did see him working on it in Blender. Then you have the internals and stuff. So you've got some metallic parts. Now the PTO there doesn't spin or anything, but you know. So it functions fairly okay. We have a smokestack. Now, one thing I will give FS Miner for credit for. So he was doing his live stream yesterday on this thing, and Mouse 2222, Mr. Reaper, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, sir. Appreciate it. So listen to this, Reaper. So FS Miner was debuting this mod here yesterday on his YouTube channel, right? And I noticed straight away. So he went in and out of cab. I noticed straight away. I said to him, "Dude, the bloody mirrors don't work. You know, inside and outside." And we kind of got into it a little bit. You know, I said to him, "Look, dude, mirrors are one of the basic functions of any mod. You know what I mean? You know, if you're not gonna do it right, then don't do it at all," type of thing to him. You know. But to be fair to him, so he put it out today, and well, there's mirrors. So I assume either he did it himself or someone helped him out, one or the other. But yeah, the mirrors work. So I'm going to say kudos to Mr. FS Miner there. Yeah, he fixed the mirrors. Well done, sir. So yeah, Reaper, I don't know, maybe you could help me. Watch this. What is going on with this yellow hue, this yellow light source that's going on outside of this thing? Watch this. Let me dump this bucket. Watch this yellow light source. It's all around the vehicle. Alright? See this shit? Now watch what happens when I zoom in. Watch the pixels. Can you see the pixels on the screen there? You see that? So there's a... Yeah, no, it wasn't his mod. He bought the model from... he bought it for 20 bucks. So, I mean, he admits that. And he admits that he's not a modder. You know, he's got some basic Blender knowledge and Giants Editor knowledge. You know, he admits that he's learning and stuff, which is fair enough. You know, I appreciate his honesty about that. But what do you think? What do you think this yellow hue crap is? Look at all these pixels. You know, he's got a beacon light on the top here, but it doesn't work. And I looked in the XML file, and I can't seem to find, I can't seem to find an entry for it. You know, so it's either on the model and not functioning, or it's not been scripted in. I'm not entirely sure, but there's some that light is weird as hell. So yeah, you've got it's your first stage lights there. So they're kind of like running lights, I guess. Second, third. I don't have a problem with the lights. You know, everything is kind of fine on the lights. He's gonna have to do something about this. He's gonna have to do something about this light source, yellow light source thing he's got around the vehicle. So we're gonna pull up the log. Where's the log? Do we have the log here? So I've got this. So this is Raven Sport. I've only got 3 mods installed. I've got the Def Pack, I've got the Volvo, and I've got the A40G. That's it. Just 3 mods. I wanted to strip it down just to make sure that there was no conflicts, or it'll be easier to find stuff with the light extension. Can't load resource mod. Scripts light extension Lua. Attachment joints already exist for vehicle. So that's the bucket. The light extension is gone. Is an error there. So that's the L350H. I wonder, is there anything coming up on the A40G? That's an older mod. Okay, that's fine. That's easy to fix. Invalid category, use miscellaneous. That's fine. That can be. It's easy to do that one. See, is there anything else here? Error, no depth map available. Driving dust. Custom shader required data. I mean, all in all, it needs that Lua file. Right, okay. Light source needs we need to take it away from Giants Editor. It's in Giants Editor. It needs that Lua file. Then that source. Okay, alright, okay. Let me ask you this: if I deleted the Lua in the zip file, would that take it away, or it has to be done in Giants Editor? Get rid of this light source stuff. As I said, the mod, you know, it's not a bad mod, you know. Um, there aren't that many errors, you know, to be fair to him, you know. And I would assume that they should be fairly easy to fix, you know. So there's nothing fundamentally wrong with this thing that I can see. You know, I mean, obviously I need to test it hell of a lot more. I mean, the interior, there's nothing in here. I mean, but he admits that himself. There's, you know, so the driver position here will have to be corrected. See that? See that there, Reaper? Would see the way you're clipping into the back here. See that? So you'll have to adjust the driver position a little bit better. The his hand there on the steering wheel is kind of slightly off a little bit. See that? That could be like just a minor adjustment type thing. But I've seen worse than that. I wouldn't mind it if the you know, the output here from the you know, the exhaust, that's really, you know, that should be black, shouldn't it? So isn't there like a rolling coal type mod script thing you can add to a mod to make that, you know, much darker looking? Whoa, and that's a problem as well. So there's some kind of stability issue with the mod in terms of driving. Yeah, I'll look at that when I and this thing is a an absolute bitch to bloody, you know, to get upright. Let me get another one. So I put it into trucks. So we're going to go for a spin here and see how she drives. I don't know, she seems very unstable. Look at that, look. See how unstable she is, to see this shit? And I'm barely moving, like. And I've actually turned down the speed. He had it originally set to 50 kilometers per hour. So I've actually reduced it to 38 because that's what the real world machine is, you know, rated for. But yeah, look how wobbly she looks. See that shit? I mean, I don't know. And it's really, really hard to get this thing upright as well. I mean, it's probably impossible, actually. You think the vehicle mass is too low? Could very well be. Yeah, it's near impossible to get this thing upright. What I'll do is I'll let me see how it reacts with weight on the bucket here. You know, right, let me so unfortunately I don't have anything to hand, kind of, you know, but I should be able to do this, shouldn't I? So I just need 9 of them. So let's see how this bucket fills here, what the animation is like on it. Let's see if the material comes out of the edges or anything like that, you know, that type of thing, or comes out of the back, or... Mr. Totzer, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, sir. Appreciate that. Hope everybody is doing well. Appreciate everybody tuning in. As I said, you know, I don't know, maybe if it's minor might watch this, or someone will probably give him a heads up. You know, my intent is not to shit on the guy. You know, it really isn't. I said this to him before. You know, I'm not here to you know, give people a hard time. Look, he's learning, as you know. He admits he's not a modder. He's learning, and you know, he has some basic understanding of, you know, Blender and Giants Editor, that type of thing. I appreciate that, and I'm glad that he admits that. But at the same time, you know, what I do from my perspective is I review mods, and you know, I am there are basic things that mods need to be. You know, you have your basic functions. You know, lights, hazards, beacons, mirrors, that type. You know, they're just the basic standard functions of any mod. You know, that type of thing. So yeah, of course I'm gonna look at, you know, I'm gonna review it, and if I see something that isn't, you know, correct, I'm gonna point it out. You know, and I don't think that's unreasonable of me, or me being a hater or shitting on the guy or anything. I'm just, you know, I like this mod. You know, it looks really good, and I want it to be the best possible mod it can be. And if that means, you know, pointing out some of the issues or errors, you know, hopefully it can get fixed. You know, that type of thing. It's from I say, you know, my commentary and my reviews are from a good place where I want the, you know, the mod to be improved, worked on, you know, made better, you know, that type of thing. I don't shit on modders or mods just for the sake of it, because, you know, I want them to be the best. Look at that, see, look at this. Yeah, it's very unstable. Look, see that. As I said, I'm not even driving fast. So, oh, okay, we're going to avoid that. Oh, see that shit? Yeah. God damn it. And of course you can't get bloody up then. See this shit? Yeah, constructive criticism. I mean, I hope it is. You know, and I would hope that people would take it in that kind of context. I mean, I realize I'm a bit fruity with my language, but that's kind of just because I'm Irish. That's kind of the way we talk, but, you know, it's not from a, you know, a disrespectful place or anything. I don't think that comes across to some people, especially people who are not British and Irish. You know what I mean, Reaper? I'm sure Totster knows what I'm talking about as well. You know, I have a certain way of, you know, speaking and stuff like that, and it doesn't necessarily translate well to people from not of Ireland or England, as it were. But anyways, so let's see here. Oh shit, that was quick. That was a bit fast. I don't know, but I'll have to. Oh, I'll have to check the unloading speed in that. He probably wants it like that, but that seems a little bit fast to me. I don't know about the collisions on the bucket there. I mean, I assume he wants it like that. So it's kind of going through the ground a little bit, but I don't, you know, I don't fault him too much for that. So this thing unloads really fast. Look at this. Holy crap! I don't know. Would you guys is that something you guys appreciate? I mean, see, it depends on what you're. If you're into mining and you're moving massive amounts of material, you would appreciate a, you know, a fast unloading bucket. You know, so I kind of get what he was doing there. You know, so I would say that's a personal preference thing. So I'm not necessarily going to, you know, say something negative about the unloading speed. That's a personal preference thing. Some people will like that, some people won't. I preferred it was a little bit slower, to be a little bit more realistic, as it were. But others might not appreciate that. They might enjoy the fast unloading. Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, for example, Reaper, you know, he's on PV counties or whatever, and he's moving millions of liters of stuff, you know, and you know, and his buckets are, well, you know, 100,000, 500,000 liters, whatever, you know. So you know, he wants his buckets to be, you know, filling up as quickly as possible because he's got so much material to move. For me personally, I'd see that shit. Look, look, look. Oh, God dang it. Yeah. Um. So do you think that's the mass in that Reaper? Um. Give me a second here, guys. I just want to have a look at the mod here. I want to go into the XML of this thing just to see what it's actually set at, the mass. Um. Where is that bloody thing? There's the XML. Open that with Notepad++. Where would the mass of this thing be? Category attacher, lights, light extension, characteristics. That's not it. Motorized. So it's got the torque. Where would the mass be located? Moving parts, fill units. I know what I'm looking for, but I can't see it off the bat. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll be able to find it. If you might, Mr. Reaper, if you have time, sir, would you maybe take a quick look at this and maybe kind of relay it back to me? Not now, like I'm not saying right now. I'm saying whenever, like, relay it back to me. What the mass you think it should be set at, and I can pass that information on to Mr. FS Minor, and hopefully we can get that little thing fixed up. Oh, on the store info. All right, okay. Hold on a second. I probably flew right by it, I'd say. So it should be at the top then. Space, price, light, rotation, brand, category, base. Center of mass. Okay, components, center of mass. Center of mass, it's set to 0.95 to minus 1.3. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, here you go. Mass is at 15,250. And so there's two components to it. So one is 15,250 and one is 11,850. So yeah, it's probably in two sections, I guess, wouldn't it be? Yeah, for the kind of the front and back of it, I guess. Center of mass. Yeah, center of mass component, center of mass. 0.95. One component is set to minus 1.3, and the other one is set to 1.1. So there's two components. So I would assume that's the front and back of the mod. You know, where the attacher joint there is. So yeah, that should be. So you should set the mass higher, would you say? Set it higher or lower? I would assume that you would have to set it higher to give it more weight to stop it from falling over. Yeah, she's very she's really she's not very happy. But you know, the interior is a little bit, you know, lacking, bland. Would have been nice if there was a dashboard, you know, maybe an animated joystick there, you know. But that requires a certain skill level, you know. So the seat position here will have to be changed, you know. But you know, so I'll give the guy credit. He has fixed the mirrors. That's good. He'll have to fix that beacon on top, whether he intended it to be. I don't know if that came with the original model or he added that himself, but it definitely doesn't work. I do like the you know, the reversing and the flashes and stuff. I think that's pretty cool, you know. But overall, not too shabby at all. Really not too shabby. Needs a little bit of work, you know. But I think it's not far off it, really, you know. Um, I think any issues that are there should be fixable, somewhat, well, somewhat easy, you know. There are no there are no major standout issues that I can see. Oh right, okay. Yeah, we can yeah, I can not now, but I'll probably I assume that you'll be streaming at some point anyway, Reaper, won't you? Um do you wanna throw up your Twitch? So I just modded you there, Reaper. Do you want to throw up your a link to your Twitch channel or something? So these guys can check you out. So Mr. Reaper is well, he's a Twitch streamer. He's a former, I don't know if I should say it. He has some experience in modding. Let's put it that way. Without saying too much, but yeah, he's you know, he's been around a while, so he knows a few things. But yeah, if you guys want to check out Mr. Reaper, there he does stream on Twitch, and he actually does. He fixes mods kind of live as well. He kind of you know, he'll check a mod out and he'll use a mod, and if he doesn't like it, you know, he'll fix it to the way he personally wants it to be, you know, behave in game and stuff like that, you know. But for this particular mod here, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Um, just get dirty. I don't know about the wear textures on this thing though. I'd have to maybe see it get a little bit more dirty than that. And maybe see how it reacts with the real dynamic dirt and stuff like that. But yeah, I would consider this a kind of a first version of this particular mod. Maybe in 1.1 or 1.2. I think it'll be actually a really good mod to use for, you know, mining and stuff like that, and, you know, PV counties. Yeah, I want to use this on Valleycrest farms, you know. So that's kind of why I'm taking a look at this, you know. This would be a really good mod to work on Valleycrest, you know. So that's kind of why I'm personally interested in it. Of course, I have the Volvo here. I personally really like this mod. Now, it's been converted from 17. It doesn't have any UDIM texturing, but I really like it though. It just dries really well. You've got some configuration options. You know, you can. I like the wear texturing that they've done on the inside. You know, that type of thing. It just feels right driving this thing, you know, and it's got the torque and the horsepower behind it as well. So that's why I'm personally a fan of this particular mod here. So she does have mirrors, but the image quality isn't the best on the interior, you know, or the exterior, you know. They're there, but they're not, you know, super high quality. I'd love for someone to take this mod and UDIM it. Yeah, potential mod, exactly. Yeah, I'd love for someone to take this one, rip it apart in Blender, and UDIM all of this, because this is another really good mod that if it had the full FS19 treatment, it would just be fantastic, you know. The way the original modder has this set in terms of the you know, the mass, the torque, the horsepower, it just feels perfect for, you know, even on Valley Crest Farms and the mining area, which is very steep, hilly areas. No problem, you know, you can fill this up with 100,000 liters and no problem whatsoever. Like. So it's definitely one of my my go-to mining kind of truck, you know. But yeah, she needs more work though, you know. So yeah, I said both of those, and one things I like about this is this shit, right? So it's got that shit going on, you know. And the bloody, see the mud flaps, they move as well. And see the chains here. See the way the chains are connected to the back here. So like there's FS Miner has another version of this where the semi version. So he's taken the dumper section off of it. But anyways, he's broken the bloody chains in it. But yeah, this one is kind of my favorite one of that one. So yeah, there's kind of a quick look there at the Volvo L3. I mean, that's not really showing it off in its best light, but you, oh dear, oh shit. Okay, well, you know what I mean. That's, yeah, that doesn't look the best when I do that. They're all tipped over on their side like that. But yeah, the Volvo, I'm gonna have to change that. So you see that? See the way it says Volvo? I'm gonna have to change that. But yeah, the Volvo L350H. Not bad at all. I consider it a work in progress. You know, got a few little issues that I think, you know, need to be corrected, but it's not too far away from being a usable mod, you know, for those of us who like to do mining and construction work, you know. Yeah. So, anyways, there you go, my friends. So yeah, a bit of a quick stream from me. I may stream later on because I do have to finish off the harvesting on Ballycrest Farms. I've got this massive field. I'm approaching 400,000 liters of soybeans off the fields. So yeah, that's kind of that one, my friends. So listen, thank you all very much for tuning in. Appreciate that. And God willing, we shall see you again soon. But for right now, we're going to say take care. Thank